the definition of a food desert, in my mind, when you think of the word desert, you think of nothing. The nearest grocery store was 2.5 miles away from where I live. At the time, we didn't have a car, but if I wanted to get some food, there was access to fast food restaurants. There's about 25 different fast food restaurants, liquor stores, convenience stores around the corner from my house that had no options of healthy food at all, but had everything that you needed, like hot Cheetos, Takis, all types of stuff that you don't necessarily want to have on a regular basis. I believe that your decisions that you make around food are only as good as your options. So if you don't have the options, then the decisions you make aren't going to be good. When I was diagnosed with hypertension at the age of 25, that's when the lifestyle change had to take place. But I didn't want to lose my life prematurely. You can actually look by zip code and see that the zip codes in Santa Monica have people living 10 years longer than people in Inglewood. So you're talking about lives that are being lost 10 years earlier just because they don't have the options. Because once you start talking about creating access, you have all these other how-tos and whys that you have to answer as well, right? And so transportation becomes an issue, land use becomes an issue, right? Because if we want to have community gardens, what spaces in our community are we going to be able to grow food in?
We're thinking about building more garden beds so that we could create more edible food and that families at a nominal fee could get a box or bag of produce from our garden every week. 1/3 of our students are bused here from lower income schools. To reach the people who need to be reached, not only the children, but their families, the school is a really good place to do that. When we're talking about access to healthy food or just access to food, it's our thought that if they see how easy these things are to make, they can be after school snacks. Some of the teachers have said when they've had parties in the classroom that they are asking for healthier items.
So being a public university, there's a lot of different students from different backgrounds, and some of them may have food security issues. Recognizing that, UCLA wanted to get involved and make a direct impact on the student body, and the Healthy Campus Initiative was a vehicle for that interest, and the community garden that has since been built is a way to inspire, motivate students to be able to grow their own food and either donate it, eat it themselves, or find ways that could be used to the best of its ability. For example, we have the CPO food closet on campus, which is a place where students can get fresh foods at no cost. Since having the garden built, I've been able to harvest a lot of leafy greens with fellow students and donate them to the campus's food pantry.
Get engaged in your studies if you're a student, and really coming to these communities to do studies with community members to find out what's really going on, so that it can be documented, so that there's data that we can refer to say this is where we are and this is where we're trying to go. But it starts with what we decide to do today. So get engaged. That would be the way that I would say you can make the most impact. Find out what you can do on your level starting off.